It's nothing personal, it's just vibrational. Unless you're a... If you are excited to dive into why I hate your zodiac sign, or more appropriately, highlighting some potentially problematic tendencies of your sign that I'm aware of as an astrologer, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren, a professional astrologer, current college student, and I just got into philosophy grad school, so that's new. And which, proudly out of the broom closet, I combine traditional Hellenistic astrological techniques with modern psychological counseling dynamics in order to provide grounded spiritual guidance. So, as a professional astrologer, I know a lot of people, like, closely, who I also know their chart really well. And being a professional aside, like, I know what signs I do best with in certain placements and whatnot, but we do all have 12 signs in our chart. So it's not like I'm singling anyone out. Obviously, just some signs are more prominent in other people's charts than others. This is partly a joke, but it's also partly not, because I'm a stone cold Capricorn rising bitch. So take this personally if you have planets in any of these signs. Personally, because I know what I'm talking about. So before we get started, and I tell you why I hate you, let me know your sign down in the comments below so that, you know, I can read them and I can make unfair assumptions about you just based on your sun sign. Kidding. It'll actually take a bit of effort to make this video because, like, I don't go out of my way to think of disliking the signs. Like, I see them all and I appreciate them all for what they are, but, you know, this will be kind of fun. I realize I say like a lot in this video. It's not because I'm like nervously filling in the gaps and I have like a nervous word or that I'm stumbling. It's because I was actually saying phrases where I thought that like enhanced them, and at times it gets a bit overwhelming. Sorry, interlude, back to the regularly scheduled programming. So, starting with Aries, immediately I think of just like impulse control, like when a thought comes into your head, why does that immediately have to be done? Is there no internal monologue? Because I know there's people that exist out there that don't have an internal monologue, and I'm gonna bet money that they're Aries. They just like think, do, like squirrel, that kind of thing. And they're also the people that are still immature at 80. Like, they're the people that like you're just like, did you not learn? Like, are you like, they will continually keep being burned by the fire or like getting sent to detention at school and are just like, oh, I have not put two and two together yet. Also, why do you have to be the first at everything? Like, I understand being a fast worker, like I'm also very efficient, but it's like, you gotta be, you gotta get the headline out even if it's just misinformation. I'm pretty sure no Aries could be considered an old soul. Like, you could be like 105 and you would still be just like a young dumbass. And also, especially if it's like an Aries Mercury, like, just shh, please. Like, the volume, just with the impulse control, like, especially if you have a personal planet in Aries, I mean, just the volume control is just like, I need a moment. Moving on to Taurus, like, I just want to tell Taurus is to, like, get up off your ass. Like, I'm not going to do everything on your behalf. Just because I could do it better doesn't mean you can't not try at all. That was such a stereotypical line from my sun sign. Like, if you can guess it from that line, like, I'm gonna be roasting myself. But anyway, like, Taurus, like, it's known for being like dependable and steadfast. I mean, it's fixed earth, but with it being fixed earth, like, it might be dependable on never being dependable. Like, never taking account for responsibilities or never always avoiding like having to do things. Being fixed earth doesn't mean that you're fixed in being productive. It can be like you're fixed on being a goddamn couch potato. Like, yes, you're dependable on being a rock. Wait, no, that has positive connotations. You're dependable on being a vegetable. Also, your taste on being expensive is either tacky or boring and a waste of money. Like, there's no in between. It's either like, I don't know, I just think of, I don't know if Billie Eilish has any Taurus placements. I feel like she probably does, but I just think of like how sometimes what she's wearing is like completely just like, it's a fit, like it is like neon, like logos everywhere, or it's like, looks like scrubs, yet it was like a $7,000 Gucci sweatsuit type of thing. And oh my god, like, especially Taurus Mercuries or Taurus Marses, they will talk about the same things over and over and over again. Like, the conversation is just painful, and it's just like learn, just enlighten yourselves, enliven your life, please, Taurus. For Geminis, I'm just a little hesitant to say anything because I feel like I will breathe and there will just be a swarm of like mosquitoes on behalf of Geminis ripping me to shreds in the comments. Like the Gemini mind just like it's kind of like a virus. Like it just like grabs onto one thing and then it replicates and then it replicates and then all of a sudden you're like kill it with fire immediately, because that's what Geminis do. Like they take one idea and they run with it and they spin into the ether, and it's just too much energy. It's just too much extroverted chaos. Like, I'm not a quiet person. I have a Leo, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, but around Geminis, the energy, I shut down. I am drained. The life has been sucked out of me. The irrelevant chatter that goes on both in a Gemini's head and then is transformed externally is just, I have no need to it. I calm down. But also like open your heart. Like there's so much going on up here, and there's just like, I just feel like an EKG would just be like flatlined. Like I just feel like let's connect to the heart chakra. With Cancers, honestly, I've really only had like issues with male Cancers, probably because I know with me and my chart, like I get along so well with Cancers. Like it's cute. But even then, like, no matter who you are, like if you have any prominent Cancer placements, when you get scared and you don't feel like 100% safe, you'll just be so fucking indirect, and it's just really frustrating. Like you'll just be all like manipulative and sidestepping, and it's just ugh. And like I'll breathe and you'll be like, oh my god, what did I do? And then I'll just like sniffle and you'll be like, oh my god, I know I did something. Break it to me. And I'm just like, I'm fucking congested. And number one thing, especially Cancer, like Moon or Mercury, learn to speak with direct fucking adjectives. Like pretend I'm a Cancer and someone asks for my name and I'm like, I think it's Maren. Like maybe Maren? Or it'll be something like, are you going to be in town tomorrow? And like you're literally halfway across the world and you're like, no, I don't think so. Like probably not. Like bitch, no, you're not. But honestly, like that's not just a Cancer problem. Like women particularly in general, but like everyone needs to stop saying shit like I don't think so or like probably not. Like if it's a no, it's a no. Like let's energetically clear the slate here. Leos, no one cares about the workouts and the food and the books and the morning routine that you're posting on your Instagram stories. No one. Like you're just flailing for the sake of being seen to feel validated, but it's this endless cycle, and we know it's going nowhere, Leos. You don't have to be seen. You can pipe down. And it'll literally be like the Leo isn't even trying to be dramatic, or the Leo is not even trying to garner attention, and they'll be like walking into a standardized test wearing neon pink, and then they'll realize that they did that, and they'll be like, oh, oops. So then everything just becomes entertaining because everything is like subconsciously meant to get attention, and then it just becomes a performance that we're all watching. It's both like we're laughing at you and with you, but like you're okay with it, and it's just kind of uncomfortable, and it's just like, get some self-esteem instead of pretending like you do, girl. Virgo, you aren't helping anybody by being difficult. Like you aren't. Like if something is not good enough for you, then fine, but that doesn't always apply as pertinent information to everyone else. Like just because the hand sanitizer you feel like does not kill enough bacteria or is not a high enough percentage alcohol, like you don't need to get me worked up about it too. Like take it up with the senator, I don't know. Sometimes, often, your opinion is irrelevant, and that's fine. Whenever you feel like nagging, I dare you to just go organize your cleaning supplies or something. Like really, like that impulse inside of you that's like something is mildly, you know, out of place or out of order, or this is like a mildly 49-51 situation. I dare you not to write up a whole Facebook post and post it. Or like I dare you not to do the little like ellipses level amount of Instagram story rants. When the curry powder, you know, is a bit dull of taste. I dare you. Libras, if you're so concerned with being like liked by everyone and having everyone appreciate you and see you, like don't talk shit about everyone to everyone. Like that shit gets around. And half the time it's just like not even like shit, it's just like you saying things and then it just gets back that you said something that was kind of weird to say, and it's kind of like, woo. That's a bit strange for someone that's supposed to be, you know, socially aware. But Because being on everyone's side, if it's like a sides thing, means you're on no one's side. And like saying something really shitty, really smooth, is still really shitty. Like with Libras, sometimes you'll just be listening and then you realize that they said something really problematic, but it's just all kind of like in a rhythm, so you're like, but then you're like, what? Oh, most importantly, chill with the middle part. It doesn't work. Or at least you're not in the 1% of the people that it works on. Like, part your hair differently, please. Scorpio, my failure to remember a minor detail is not an attack on your family. Please. Please don't hurt me for forgetting the 3rd digit of your address. I apologize. And not everything has to be so goddamn serious. Like, some other signs get a rap for being serious, but it's Scorpio. Like, they're there and they're like, like, not everything has to be so goddamn serious. Jesus Christ. And why does everything have to be taken so literally? Like, half the time, if a joke is said, I'm like explaining it to the nearby Scorpio, and then like it's no longer funny. Like with memes, like, are you just sitting there like, or do you actually maybe go like, I just feel like there's like I just want to like rip open your heart and be like, it's beating. And just be mindful that sometimes the stare can be like, and I'm not even doing it justice because I have no Scorpio placements, but it's just like predatory. Sagittarius, you're just a lot. You talk a lot very loudly, you make very little sense, and yet you still have a lot to say. It's just, it's a lot. And you love to go on and on about like your shit or your dirt with other people. Like, I wonder why you have such a thing. And like your trains of thought just keep going and running, and like I just feel like I want to like take you and just ground you. Like, there's just so much momentum that it's frightening and it's overpowering, and it makes me not want to engage. And there's just a lot of loose threads, and like the wheel is turning and the explosion is happening. The star supernova is it's just, I just want to ground you. Like take your feet and place you back on Earth, and maybe also in a straitjacket. Capricorn. We don't know when you're joking, and I don't think you do either. I don't think you ever are. Expose. Like, you're not more cultured, you're just a shit comedian. Get over yourself. Except that was funny and my Cap rising just outdid itself. Most importantly, no one gives a shit that you take no days off because the hustle never dies. Like, great that you worked 95 hours this week and are extremely sleep deprived because you're running on triple red eyes because you're really into, you know, be your own boss. You deserve a parade. And I don't know if like you guys have some collective muscular degeneration as a sign. I mean, if you do, I apologize because I wasn't aware of it, but like the mouth can actually smile. Like these muscles, they can raise. Maybe you should try it. It could help out with the could make you feel a bit better instead of having to hustle all the time, unless you take no days off from pouting and furrowing your eyebrows either. Aquarius. Nonconformist God complex. That's it. That's the tweet. And what I mean by that is like, there's this nonconformist tendency to always do what is counter to what's happening, but it's not actually like what you necessarily want to do. It's just as much of a slave. Like, I'm thinking of this song, Admit It, by the band Say Anything, and it goes, you're a slave to the same capitalist dogma you spend every minute of your waking life bitching about, and that's just like, that's Aquarius nonconformist God complex. Like, knowing the best and having the grandest idea, but like, that's just different. It's not necessarily better. Like, you're just as trapped as them because you're obsessed with not being them. Make it make sense. Actually doing something, instead of just having ideas for what each of all of us should do, could be useful. Just an idea. You speak very nasally as well. Like, you should get that checked out. And most importantly, you have a bobblehead. You do. That's a flaw. Kidding. You just have really big heads, usually. Always. With the jawline and the small eyes, that's the Aquarius thing. Finally, Pisces, you know, I'm not even sure if my verbal insults are going to come across or if they're going to be taken as some sort of non-verbal interpretive, you know, maybe I need to offer an interpretive dance in order to allow you to understand where I'm coming from here. Perhaps ESP would be a more effective means of communicating my disdain for certain aspects of this sign. But really, like, show me a Pisces or like heavy Pisces placement person who is functioning as a healthy adult in this world. Show me. The starving artist martyr complex is so old. Like, get over it, please. Like, you're literally gonna starve to death if you stop depending on codependent relationships to take care of you instead of getting it together. And you're not connected to higher consciousness, or at least most of you aren't. You're not going to achieve rainbow body. You're just inebriated or running off of a delirious small amount of sleep. And you have gross feet, like all of you. I said what I said. If you enjoyed this, or if you just, weren't too offended, check out my private consultations below, which this is like the worst video to shameless plug my own consultations because you probably think I'm just like, I don't know. I promise I'm a professional. You can check out my other videos, link down below, like my forecasts and my actual like informative videos. Like, I'm not like other girls. And check out my platform Rashi down below. It's actually a newly launched website connecting spiritual practitioners with their ideal clients. So if you are in the spiritual community and you're looking to post your services or find services, you can post them down below at Rashi. We're grounding the woo, and we're a space for you to hold space to get this shit practical in the spiritual community. Otherwise, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, comment down below any thoughts that you have about signs or placements that you really dislike. I didn't get into nitpicky placements in this video, so let me know down below if you want a video on like my top 10 least or most favorite chart placements. Like if you want a video on like all of my least favorite chart placements to deal with, that would be a fun one. I would be into that one actually more so than the general sign, so let me know down below. Otherwise, check out my other videos. I will link them, coming up on the screen and the end screen. Sending so much love for you guys, and I will see you in the next video.
But there is one thing you're all